we're back on the Golf Fix. I'm Annabel Rolley, and it's time to tackle thin and fat shots. Horrible little shots. This game can be so demoralising. There is nothing worse than flubbing a wedge or thinning an iron through the green. Or what about topping the first tee shot on the first hole in front of all your mates? Very demoralising, and I don't like to see anybody suffer on a golf course, so I'm going to do my utmost to help you with eliminating thin and fat shots today. So first of all, you need to understand why they occur. There can be many reasons, but one of the most common reasons is a change in your levels throughout the golf swing. All right? So if I get into my setup position, and I'm trying to stay in my setup position, creating these angles and keeping them throughout my whole swing. But what happens sometimes, for whatever reason, we don't do that. We might straighten our legs or lift our chest on the backswing, and essentially this provides a situation where I am now further away from the ball. So if I don't compensate in some way, I'm now further away, therefore fairly likely to hit either the equator of the ball or the top of the ball, and vice versa applies for hitting fat shots. Some people have a tendency to dip into the ball. Tiger Woods has a tendency to do this, and that is now providing a situation where I'm closer to the ground. So guess what? I might hit a fat shot. So we don't want this to happen. So I'm going to give you, I've racked my brains about, I'm trying to find a device or a gadget out there. It could be a good invention for somebody that will help with maintaining our levels throughout our golf swing. But I can't think of one, so I'm going to use my imagination. And so you can do this too. And all I want you to do is get into your setup position and then visualize a table just underneath your chin. So right here, for me, I've got this glistening marble table, and I am going to not leave, this point of my chin here is not going to leave that at any point of my swing until I'm in my finish position. So I'm just visualizing that table, and I'm keeping my levels maintained. So just by thinking about that table there, it's a really great reminder. It's amazing how powerful the mind is. It's going to remind you not to dip or rise with either your legs or your upper body. Okay, so that's something that you can do when nobody's around. But when you have got a helper, then we're going to put them to work. And I'm going to call in my man Justin today. How are you, mate? Good. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna get Justin to do this drill. So we're here on the range. Justin, do you ever suffer from thin and fat shots?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Well, today could be your lucky day because I'm gonna help you out. All right. So the drill is very simple. You may have seen Tiger's caddy help him out on the range with his dipping issue that I mentioned earlier. And it's pretty simple. You're just going to do some practice swings, Justin, and as you do them, I'm going to gently put my hand on the top of his head. And again, just like the imaginary table, this is just a reminder for him to maintain his levels. So you're not going to dip or rise throughout your golf swing when I've got my hand on top of your head. It's a magical little drill. Okay, so just slowly, we don't need to hit the ball, but just slowly take some practice swings, and that hand should remind you not to dip or rise throughout the swing. All right, how does that feel?
Good.
Okay, now try it without my hand and just visualize, just feel that hand on top. Yep. You know what, Justin? I think there's hope for you. I think there's hope, and I think there's hope for the rest of you too. If you email questions to me, I would love to help you. Coming up, I'm going to answer one that I picked out myself.